Welcome back to Music Teacher Reacts, where the spacebar is my go-to percussion instrument and where I'm subject to constant celebrity lookalike comparisons. As well as that, a massive happy birthday to Kim for today, I believe, if you're watching today. Continuing on with NF, I'm up to Wake Up. I didn't anticipate doing one for the last one, but I thought I would just chuck something in the middle of the week, and I loved that song. I really did. And thank you for everybody who did comment your support. That was a particularly hard one for me to upload because I was umming and ahhing about it for quite a while, but I did get there. Thank you again for your support. Pressing play now.
You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape, 'cause you live your life in a coma, you never awake. If you'd open your eyes, then maybe you'd see what's at stake. You're sleeping. You're sleeping.
I didn't know what to expect when I was coming into this. I've got a ballad with him singing. His voice in All I Have was I mean, I'm not sure. Somebody said it wasn't him singing all the way through. I'm not sure with the chorus, but was good, but it didn't blow me away. And then when I listened to Wait, I was like, okay, this is great. And this is another side of him as a vocalist that I'm seeing, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the video clip. That beautiful just piano underlying accompaniment is really lovely, and I'm anticipating for this to build in some capacity. But it's just such a perfect introduction.
You make a lot of money and you live in a mansion and pretty much got everything that you could ever imagine. But you feel like even though you got everything in the world, you got nothing. So what you do then is you start going backwards. You run in a direction and you looking for something that isn't real. No, you know it's that you just gotta have it. What you doing is sleeping and thinking that you're awakening not. And the problem is that you don't know what you're after. So you put everything that you have into what you do, hoping that one day maybe you don't have to feel like you're empty. But as you get older, a lot of weight in your shoulders is getting heavy. Then you look back and you start to regret things. You only get one life, and every time you look into yours, you feel like everything you have is a waste. And the problem and the reason you can never feel a hole in your life is because you were never awake.
Beautiful. What I can't. When I'm looking at the arrangement, what I'm really loving again is, yes, he's gone into rapping and he's built up a lot more in terms of layers, so a lot more instruments happening, but there's consistently this allusion to the introduction. Well, it's kind of a chorus, but I know that the lyrics are a bit different in the chorus. And there's that allusion through that one repeated note in the piano, which is still going with the same rhythm that it did in the introduction. And it's building, of course. And halfway into that as well, there were some really, really soft strings, which were really beautifully placed. Again, building and building and building up, which I love that he's doing. And it creates a lot of interest. And it blew me away, which was really strange because I know he's a rapper. Of course I know he's a rapper, but I just didn't expect it to go straight in. And again, loved it.
You only get one life, and every time you look into yours, you feel like everything you have is a waste. And the problem and the reason you can never feel a hole in your life is because you were never awake. You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape. 'Cause you live your life in a coma, you never awake. You wake up in the morning.
Wow. I was looking at the lyrics before this. What I found really interesting with the lyrics is that it started off with this chorus and it ended up with "you're sleeping, you're sleeping." but that "you're sleeping" never came back. So I was wondering how they were going to do this chorus with the "wake up" and the "wake up." And it just, I can tell you right now, I've listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the search, but we're not going to go to the search yet, so this is not including this. So 5 songs from this album. Loved Mansion, but this is already my favorite. And the reason why is those massive changes. The way that mayhem with the "wake up" bit is reflected in the clip, but that change of pace, completely moving away from that softer piano accompaniment and bringing back those strings, that really, really hard bass and snare electronic drum beat, and then the "wake up." The vocalization of that was nothing that we have heard in this song yet. We've had the singing, beautiful. We had the rapping, and then this completely new vocalization, the way that all ties in together, in my opinion, to this message that's being portrayed. There's nothing that's going to wake you up more than a massive realization. And that small little section of the chorus is a massive realization through the instrumentation, through the vocal change. Oh, well, it is him saying it, obviously.
You wake up in the morning but feel like you never got up and go to work, and you feeling like you ain't got a purpose, and you trying to get motivated, but everything you do turns into a mess, like you ain't nothing but worthless. And yo, you look around, a lot of these other people you looking at, to you describe as perfect. So you point a finger at God and tell him to do his job and fix your life up, cause nothing is working. And you would try to hide it and make it seem like it's nothing, but really you feel like everything is crashing around you. And you developed the problem in trusting in other people, which later became an issue that would mentally pound you. You only get one life, but every time you look into yours, you feel like all you ever see are mistakes. And the problem and the reason you can never move forward in life is because you were never awake.
I know people have done the messages to these songs to death. This is pretty much a carbon copy of the first verse, which is great because we need that kind of unity in music. But when I read through these lyrics, it really hit close to me as somebody who's an educator, because I spend so long trying to tap into the minds of students who are really struggling to understand the role of mistakes in life. The lyrics that really stood out for me in this part were, "But every time you're looking at yours, you feel like that all you're ever looking at are the mistakes." I initially disagreed with the assessment here. In the next line, in saying that the problem is this is why you're not moving forward in life. The most important word in that sentence is all. All you are looking at are the mistakes. So yeah, if all you are looking at are the mistakes, then of course you're not going to move forward. Mistakes are so important. They're necessary. You cannot move forward without mistakes. But if all you look at are your mistakes, then yeah, it's difficult to move forward. I do have a riddle for you because we have to make mistakes. How do you spell mistake?
And the problem and the reason you can never move forward in life is because you were never awake. Wake up. You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape, cause you live your life in a coma, you're never awake.
Chorus. I love this chorus. If anybody's wondering what I listen to and what goes through my mind when I'm hearing the music, I'm always listening to the little subtle changes that are being made to maintain interest, whether they be in instrumentation, whether they be in the way that the vocalist expresses themselves, whether it be tempo changes, textural changes, so layering of instruments. I found this to be it was a really good composition in my eyes, and it was very different to his other stuff, which was great as well. But I did mention before about how much I loved that chorus with the wake up. When you think that there's nowhere forward to go with this, right at the end, he could have just sung that chorus again and we may have been satisfied. But what he's done is he's taken the rhythm of the chorus, the lyrics being, "You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape." Until the end, the only times that we hear those words are through this beautifully sung, kind of subdued vocal melody provided by NF. And they could have just repeated that at the end and we would be like, yeah, great, the whole thing's come full circle, all good, excellent. But no, take a listen back. But this is how amazing artists are, and this is the artistry which goes into composition. It's not just about writing lyrics and a chord progression. It's everything. So this is what we hear from the beginning.
You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape.
These lyrics are associated with this beautiful melody throughout the whole time. And to me, I'm seeing this as this calming influence, bringing a message about why you're not moving forward, whether it be you or himself. Now, I notice this is in second person. But towards the end, this message is getting really clear, and you can't give that message in such a subdued manner by the end of it. So this is what happens instead. In my eyes, what this does is it takes this theme or this melody that we're really familiar with and makes it something else. It's got the same meaning, but it's a more forceful meaning. Until then, all we heard from that melody was a softer, more again subdued vocal melody with a piano accompaniment. That's it. This time, it's louder, more harsh, almost spoken, but you could still hear that melody. You've got that strong electronic beat behind it, and you've got those strings which are this rhythmic drive, which was introduced earlier. So I think I've said everything that I can. How do you spell mistake? Learning. You spell failure in the same way. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.